We're gonna do repo with Pippa, Bao, and Lime, and then I invited me.
Mind you, that is a very random collab for Yuzu to plan. I didn't even know she hung out with Pippa.
Michi to see if she wanted to come, but I don't know if she's busy or not. And then
that was a really random collab to wake up to.
We're not going to be doing that because Pippa's convention stuff is much later than she thought it would be. So
she just DM'd her on Twitter. This is why I always get annoyed when Yuzu tries to say she's an introvert and I'm the extrovert. I would never do that. It is so rare for me to like DM people nowadays.
Week when she can, or to another day when she can play with us. So no repo today, but we're still trying to figure out the schedule for that.
Didn't they play repo?
Okay, meds acquired
in the future. I would love to. I'm actually going to.
Pippa and her chat were terrified of Michi and Yuzu and Bao. Well, you know that does make sense. I feel so bad that Pippa's community had to see all that.
Gonna put together a 6-month plan like Michi MHM.
Stupid plan, bro.
Wait, did Michi say anything?
Michi was zooted
recently. I don't know. She didn't. If she didn't, then she didn't.
Here's one thing, dude. Yuzu is extremely honest on her stream because she thinks that nobody's gonna watch her talk about people because her streams are like 10 hours of gaming. No, but we're always listening to you, Muff Girl. We're always listening.
Anything. Well, I'm going on a trip with her, so I'm going to be hanging out with some friends on a trip later down the line. But it's funny because I've never actually like really had a one-on-one conversation with Michi. Like I've only talked to her through like messages or just like in passing. So this will be like my first time actually getting to know her.
Michi's so fucking funny. She's like, damn, did we? Like, I don't remember all that.
And then also seeing her in person, and I'm nervous.
When was this stream? I'm gonna be so real with you, chat. I don't think I've ever spoken to Yuzu until that call.
That's fucking crazy to say, bro. She just said, this bitch is crazy. I don't remember seeing...
with Numi. I think that was the first time I even spoke to Yuzu.
That was
spoken in passing.
That was the first time. If maybe she's talking about the group chat for Thailand, but even then, Yuzu like did not talk to Michi. Does not talk to her in the group chat. She was like only replying to show. Like, she's like, oh, I know that one. I'll reply to that one.
A week ago? Oh, then yeah. I've only spoken to Yuzu twice. The first one was when Numi was there. The second one was during the repo collab. But Yuzu's really sweet. So. When like, yeah, we spoke.
She said, but what was that sound? She made an Ed and an Eddie sound there, dude. Why is that so funny? Maybe it's the alcohol, but she's funny sometimes. Like that Donald Duck laugh came out of nowhere. She's like, yeah, but like anyways, like literally barbecue sauce on my titties. I can't. Oh fuck.
Spoken in passing? I don't think we did, bro.
Why are you guys saying, huh? You don't know that reference? Hold on.
So I'm sitting there, barbecue sauce on my titties. So I'm sitting there, barbecue sauce on my titties.
Let's literally be cheating. So I'm sitting there, barbecue sauce on my titties.
I think you're mistaken in me for somebody else. I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm very nervous. You gotta talk to I do. I gotta talk to Do you get nervous around cute girls often?
Ooh, you're saying I'm cute?
I would say that I do get nervous around attractive people in general. I still get nervous around people that I don't particularly find attractive just because like I'm an anxious person.
She says, if you're ugly, I still get anxious, but if you're hot, I get really anxious.
And then like if I don't know someone, I'm just
I love
ugly.
But if it's someone that I find attractive, then
like never mind, she thinks I'm fucking ugly.
Get extremely nervous. So like there's tears to it, I would say. I am very I'm just a very nervous and anxious person.
God, god, I cannot wait to see them interact at IRL. I'm gonna observe that shit so... That's so fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god, that's gonna be so funny to see them interact. That's gonna be such cinema.
That Yuzu gets nervous every time she notices herself in the mirror. Actually, I don't. I really don't. I'm someone, like, when I look in the mirror and I didn't like brush my hair, if I didn't do my facial
Where's this
routine,
vibe from my
I'm
chat?
Just at home, every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I'm so ugly.
She's so funny when she's like that though. When we'd wake up and she'd be like, oh, I'm so fucking ugly. Ah! And then she'll just like start jumping and then like do a triple axel backflip against the wall, and then she'll put on makeup and like do her hair, and then she'll be like, never mind. And then she'll like queef and then we'll walk away.
But then when I put on makeup, then I like start feeling myself. But sometimes my makeup will look so crusty and dusty and nasty.
She'll do that too.
I was about to say, you know, like Yuzu's chat is like, oh, do you get nervous when you look at yourself in the mirror? Wink, wink. And then I look at my chat, and my chat is like, so just be ugly so Yuzu don't get nervous. And then I saw this emote.
That's how I would be looking at Michi when we wake up next to each other with the giant bench in between us, and be like, hey, do you see me? She's like, no, I can't see you because there's a bench in between us. I'm gonna say, well, I want you to know I'm hitting you with the Riz face right now. She said, well, I wouldn't know because I can't see because of this couch in between us.
Hey, I want this emote. What is this? Ew. Ray, I don't even know what this emote is. So you literally have to like Google image search this shit. That's my face. Yeah, chat, that literally does look like you. This one? Wait, not gonna lie. This is how I look like. Ew! With
That's how I look, dude. I literally look like... Oh my god. That's how I'm gonna... You know what, y'all? I'm gonna make it so my face gets stuck like... Dude, Yuzu always says, Numi, stop Riz facing. Your face is gonna get stuck like that. And then when it does... I'm gonna be so funny. I won't even have to try anymore.
That's what it is. Oh my god. I literally look like that when I look at myself in the mirror sometimes, but not like
It's
seductively.
time to get
That's
stuck.
like how I look
Riz.
like when I'm checking for like mouth ulcers. No joke.
Bro, low-key, when I think about it, I'm gonna be surrounded by like the prettiest people in Thailand. Oh. This means I'm gonna have to try every single day. I can't wear pajamas at all. I'm gonna have to actually lock in, dude. Michi was saying that if she caught me wearing PJs outside, she'd get really fucking mad. So, like, I have to lock in, dude. And then Riz face in the middle. They tried to get a cute picture, and I'm just Riz facing and ruining it all.
That's so gross. I hate it.
That I'm like, ugh, should I even go out today?
Michi, Yuzu is a legit
I don't
model
know.
as a comparison.
It's true.
I'm fucked.
I have bad.
Oh. You know what? She's talking to men like show. She acknowledges how pretty she is. But when she's talking to women, Michi just immediately talks about how ugly she believes she is. Can we make it make sense? Can we make it make sense? Well, I get it, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Confidence issues. Y'all use mirrors. Also, it's worse when I look at myself in the phone. The phone is worse. Michi talked about trying to use her fashion schooling to help Numi be more expressive with her style. Oh, wait, Michi was in fashion school before? Girl, no one cares that much. I do. I care.
I did.
What do you
Relatable,
mean?
though.
Audrey, thank you for the subby. Michi was a fashion designer. To be fair, though, Numi really does just dress like the generic, typical lesbian archetype. The femme.
You don't see me making fun about how you fucking dress, Yuzu. Like, okay. Is she saying that derogatory? Does she hate lesbians? Lesbians have a good sense of fashion too. Like, okay.
Lesbian archetype. So maybe Michi will be able to like draw out more of her best quality.
Is having a little fruitiness not a good quality? Interesting. It's not sounding very ally of you, Yuzu. Isn't Yuzu's default 10% fabric? You don't see me saying it. I didn't say it. She wants me to talk about how she dress. You want to know how Yuzu dresses? This is how Yuzu dresses. What does Yuzu's model look like? So as you can see, we have Moth. This is how Moth dresses. She will wear like a really cute like little shawl thing with like a black shawl with like, I don't know, like a wispy thing here. She kind of dresses like somebody who's stranded on an island, but like hot, you know, like the hot bitch that was stranded on an island. And then she'll have like a skirt that's like all the way down to her legs like this, you know, like that. And then she'll have her little toes, see, like this, and then her little wings. See, this is how Yuzu dresses. But she'll dress like this every single day.
Does she wear a flannel? I said femme, not butch.
She said, no, don't put my noom with that fucking butch bullshit. That's crazy. Now, I would like to go ahead and validate the butch lesbians in my chat. You are loved. I will protect you from Yuzu and her condescending tone towards people who wear red flannels.
I feel like the butches wear the
I feel so called out. Ooh.
flannels more. Let her get up. Let her get up. She's giving. She's giving. Mobius, thank you for the 27 months. Thank you so much.
Mobius.
Michi,
She out-femmes me though because
the same
she,
broken
of how she dresses.
I'm very nervous.
Cheers.
I'm very nervous. And now that you guys told me that she used to be a fashion designer, I feel like she's gonna judge my fashion. Because the way that I dress.
I don't know how Michi doesn't think that people are automatically gonna think that when they find out she was a fashion designer though. First of the day.
I never realized it before, chat, but like where I live, it's like normal to dress the way that I dress. But like when I met my friends for the first time, they were like, yeah, you can tell, like you can.
Dude, it's so cute how she dresses. Yuzu dresses so cute. And I think that's part of the reason why she gets hit on so fucking much whenever we go out, is she just looks like she's not from where we are, and everybody looks at her and says like, damn, she's different. I dig that. And then everybody just hits on her.
Tell that where you're from just by the way you dress.
Michi designed some clothes patterns that are still in use years later. For like one store. Okay, damn, hype me up though. Hold on. Rock it.
This bitch is so funny.
SP113. Hype me.
She said, wait, gas me the fuck up. What do you mean by that?
Up. Yes. That's not true.
She's like, wait a minute, my chat don't gas me up like this. Hold on.
Literally for one cup.
You know what's cute, guys? Every community has their fans where they kind of act a specific way because they were raised by their streamer. But then you have the fans that were like the cross-pollination of stream chats, where I could have a foreskin Noomba, you know, like a Noomba that is also that is a fan of me and Michi. So they carry the personality traits of both me and Michi. So they will talk in her chat differently and in my chat differently than a normal foreskin or a normal Noomba would. And so then the people talking in Yuzu's chat right now are probably foreskin lamp champs, where they're like, nah, Yuzu, this is what they did. And they'll like hype her the fuck up because Yuzu's chat loves to hype her the fuck up.
You know how many times people have said this exact same thing to me? Like, they're like, oh shit,
are you
you're
surprised?
in fashion. Now I have to dress well because then I'll feel judged. Chat, I wear a crop top and pants. That's it. I dress up.
This is like when people find out that I was a communication major and then they think I'm supposed to be an extrovert. When I remember I was in my nonverbal communication class and we had to take the MBTI, there was like one extrovert.
I look good and I'm not gonna judge you. Well, I'm not gonna judge you badly. Well, I'm kidding.
What a fucking crazy thing to say. I'm not gonna judge you loudly.
I don't judge people. It's not
Yeah, that's what they all fucking say, girl. Okay. all of us beautiful Southeast Asians thrive off of judging each other's families. My mom would be like, oh, your daughter didn't graduate the top of her class to become a VTuber? That's funny.
And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? And I don't know.
Good night,
I'm just like, if I meet Michi and she comments on the way that I dress, I am gonna be like, either really embarrassed.
Yuzu would be like, oh, you don't like my outfit. And then it would be me and her alone. She'd be like, Numi, I want to die.
Or maybe
in Minecraft.
Flattered, I don't know. But I feel like it's gonna be embarrassed. Yeah, like not stereotypical.
Not
like,
the ooh.
but like regional and like cultural. I don't know. You wear your national costume or something.
I've seen Yuzu dress
my
up.
traditional clothing everywhere.
Does she stalk Yuzu? How does she know that? Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm Numi, and you're watching Numi channel. Yeah. And then you put me drawing it like, oh, I'm doing it.